Hey everyone, my name is Theradin, and I'm a Druid. I'm here to talk to you today about what it is to be a Druid. Being a Druid isn't as easy as you think these days. I mean, before the Burning Crusade it was really easy. It was all just heal this, heal that, innovate, Steve, whatever. The point is, these days it's a lot more complicated. Now that the 3 talent trees are viable, there is so much choice to choose from. I mean, you've got your bears, your cats, your owls, and your trees? Yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking when they implemented that. Probably seemed a good idea at the time. No doubt they just all went out and got drunk and decided to give druids tree form. I mean, come on, is there nothing better you can think of? Trees? What the hell? Even for World of Warcraft, that is just bizarre. Anyway, leaving the obscurity of that behind, there is a lot of choice out there for druids these days. I mean, me, personally, I'm a boomkin. Yet this is something I get harassed for almost every day. I mean, come on people, quit the racism about boomkins. They are not as bad as they used to be. But I could make a whole nother video on just why moonkin druids are so good. And I probably will. I mean, the thing that doesn't make sense is druids are so good. Every different town spec has something can add to the group. I mean, just look at how good the 3 major auras are. 5% chance to crit. That's incredible. How could you not want that in a raid? It's obscene. So you'd think, whoa, loads of people are going to be druids because loads of people are going to want to have those abilities. But sadly, no. Normally what people think is, feral druids in cat form? Well, why wouldn't I just be a rogue? Well, get this, rogues don't get 5% chance to crit for the entire party. Then at the end of the raid, the rogues are like, whoa, look at how high my DPS is. And it's, yeah, it's higher than the druids. Of course it is. That's the only thing you can do, DPS. But it's better because the druid's there. And it's exactly the same with boomkin druids. I mean, come on, you mages out there, you healers. Why don't you want the 5% crit? You want more crowd control? Do a better job. Come on, it's amazing. Okay, sorry, moving on. Another thing I hear slated a lot in-game is people complaining about tanking druids in bear form. And yes, they do have their faults. You cannot be uncrushable, and against some bosses, yes, that means you are going to die. There's nothing you can do about it, you just can't tank it. And yes, that is when you need a warrior, or to some extent a paladin. But the thing is, that's not what druid tanks are meant to do. Because they have so much health and so much armor against physical bosses which have low crushing probabilities, they are just absolutely amazing. And using swipes, they can easily tank 3 mobs with absolutely no problem whatsoever. So then you hear, well, why would I take a druid tank over a warrior tank? Well, okay, let's think about this. You've got a group filled with very, very good DPS. Frankly, I'd want to take a druid tank if they're not fighting any crushing bosses, because their threat scales so much better with their gear, because they're all based around strength and how much damage they do. By the way, I just want to say here and now, yes, there are a lot of very bad druids out there. Rubbish tanks and crap healers. But don't judge them all by that. Don't stop taking them in your groups just because you've had a bad experience with them. God, it's infuriating. But the thing is, there's the other end of the scale as well. You get other classes bitching about how good druids are and how they need nerfs. Nerf, millions of nerfs. No, they don't. They're just a good class. It's a balanced class. Don't bitch about them, bitch about your own class. See, this is what I'm trying to get across. This is the infuriating world of being a druid. People are either complaining that you're too bad or too good. You just can't win. And when you do manage to get good enough so that people actually take you seriously, you'll still be spending your entire life competing with the other classes for places in raids. Right, no more on that. The last thing I want to say is about hybrid druids. That being druids that don't pick a single talent build, they'll have like half of one and half of another. I mean, that's just great. We already get enough complaints about being just a worse version of the other classes no matter what talent build we have. So great, make it even worse. Don't put all your talents in it, just put half of them in it. I mean, I've seen so many balance/healing druids where you just get some kind of, rubbish healing and then rubbish DPS. Come on, pick one of them and do it right. Because all you are at the moment is just some hideous amalgam of 2 potentially amazing talent builds. That is just messed up. Alright, I hope this helped some of you druids out there, as well as the rest of you non-druids, not to constantly bitch about us. Anyway, once again, my name is Theradin. I hope to be in a group with you someday soon, thrashing you on DPS. Bye!